All right, so if you've been watching the videos in the playlist in order, you're probably ready to add the wheel subassembly to your virtual robot, like what I've got on here. We're going to go over these driver gears later, but so this is what it looks like in the end. And what's cool is, I can actually come to like one of these subassemblies and say animate model, and you'll see it starts spinning. Okay, it's spinning the wrong direction. That's okay for now, but I just wanted to show you that we could do that with basically any of these wheel subassemblies I put on here. So I just hit escape to get out of that. So let me go to my wheel assembly, and I want to walk you through what I did here to create that wheel subassembly. All right, so I'm going to try to navigate this here. All right, so first thing is I added an axle, right, and then I put a shaft collar in there. You'll see the next step is I join this, and a lot of these things you could probably figure out by tinkering around with it, but I'm going to give you a few measurements just to help you out. So the distance you want to join this from here to there, I think is 0.375. So it's going to say, let's see here, what we want is like the minimum distance. That is not, oh yeah, 0.132. Okay, so I was a little off there, but yeah, 0.132. Okay, from this side to the very end of the axle. All right, let's keep moving forward and see what happens next. Let me close that. All right. Next, I am going to ground this thing. So you see I've grounded it now so that it can't move. All right, so going forward, add another shaft collar. All right, and position that. And let's check that measurement. I might need to check that again later, but we've got from here to here is 0.368, it looks like. Okay, I don't know. Oh, that's a little different. Negative 1.388. That might, no, that can't be it either. Unless it's from there. No. Yeah, so we'll have to come back and check that in a sec. But let's see, so I've got the wheel in there. Oh, I gotta close this. That's why that's not doing anything. Okay, I've added the wheel. I've added 2 Teflon washers, okay? And to get those, because maybe some of these things aren't in my folder to begin with, what I did is there was a thing I added to Google Classroom. It is all Vex parts that are already Fusion 360 files, and I've saved that to my Google Drive. And so what I can do now is I can say, oh, I don't have, let's say, the Teflon washer that I need. Well, what I can do is go to Upload, select Files, and then I find in my Google Drive, which I've been pulling it from these places anyway, so they're already ready. But I could go to Motion, and then go, where is that, or where might be? Shafts and drive hardware, spacers, and there I find it, and you can see it's already F3D, okay? So I don't need to do that right now, but I'll just say open, and then I would put it in the right folder that I want it to be in, which in this case would be motion, all right? So I'm gonna hit cancel, I don't need that right now. But yeah, as I keep going here, let's see what the next few steps are. I guess we're getting close to the end, maybe. Okay, I think I skipped a few steps there. Oh yeah, add that 60-tooth gear. Okay, so that's what comes in. All right, so that's basically how you create the wheel subassembly. Now, to be honest, this when you put it on the Clawbot, you can use it for all 4 wheels. But one thing that's not going to be maybe how you want it is when you look at the Clawbot. All right, yeah, Fusion 360 crashed on me there, but what I was saying is when you look at the Clawbots, so I'll kind of walk us through this here. Unfortunately, those wheels will be turned around on the one side. All right, so let's keep progressing here. I'll close the data panel, and so they are correct on what would be the left side of the Clawbot, right? But on the right side, you can see that they are going backwards. All right, so that's an easy fix. Actually, what you would do is you just come to the data panel, and let me fast forward to get to the rest of the way here. Go to the data panel, find whatever that assembly is, right click on it and say copy, okay? And then with your copy, you just flip the wheels, all right? And you'd call it maybe right side wheel assembly instead of left side assembly, something like that, okay? But if you don't care, you can leave them like this. So finally, before I let you go here, let me get you that information about the distances. So I did measure this and check it out. And indeed, the inspection from here to, let me shift and mouse wheel a little bit, clicking the mouse wheel, that is 0.375. Okay, so I was correct. That's the distance, how far in this needs to be from the end when you go to join them, okay? And then it's the exact same on this side, at least I believe so. Let's double check. So we're gonna close this, come back, and I wanna basically see the distance from this circle to this circle, and it says 0.35. Okay, so it's a little less than 0.375 on that side, all right? And then as far as everything else, you're just putting everything back to back to back, okay? So you don't really need to know the distances because it's just gonna come right up against this. The wheel assembly, then these two Teflon washers, and then of course the 60 tooth, it's a 60 tooth gear, all right? All right, that's it.